So it's the end of rest day night on the Southern Ride, and tomorrow we're back on the bike. We're joined by a couple who have chosen to celebrate their 30-year wedding anniversary with us. Tonko, Richard, you returned to the ride for the second time, and you brought your beautiful wife Enza with you for the first time. So, Enza, I'm going to go straight to you and ask you. So how's the experience been compared to what Rich said it might be like?
Well, it's a lot harder. I think he made it sound like it was going to be a nice, simple ride, and I think, from memory, he said something like, "Oh, I'm sure there are people there that have never trained before, and not a problem." So I thought, okay, because I didn't own a bike, and I thought, well, okay, sounds like a good idea, and. Yeah, it's there's been parts that have been tough, but the good part is that so many people know, they can see that you're struggling or whatever, and help you, like ride with you, talking, or ride in front of you to help with the ride, which has been fantastic. So I have to say the group is just fantastic like that.
Yeah.
And just a great bunch of people. So yeah.
And how about sharing what is a milestone in your marriage on the ride? And I think from memory, it was a night of pad thai and some red wine.
Oh, it was fantastic. It was, well, what a great, it was a surprise. We didn't think anyone knew for a start, so it was great. Cake was fantastic, and it was just nice to celebrate it with some fantastic people. So it was a really, really good night. Yeah, one that I'll remember for a very long time. So yeah.
Tonko, our second ride, and we hear people say that the second time is easier because there's not the worry. They know what's ahead, and the mystery of will I get through and all the rest is gone. How's the second ride been for you?
Yeah, well, that's absolutely true. I've got to say, the first one I was quite anxious about it, and I trained really hard, and I did find it not too hard because I was quite fit.
Yeah.
This one, I knew what to expect. I haven't trained as hard, and I'm battling a little bit, but going okay. But it is nice knowing that Enza has been worried each day, saying, "Oh, what about tomorrow? It's going to be a long one." I'm saying, it's no big deal. It's just an extra water stopper. It's an extra break somewhere. So it's no big deal, and it's going really well. And another fabulous group of people. So,
yeah. And how about you did it the first time with a work colleague? This time there's a bit of a Newcastle contingent.
There is.
And but obviously, most importantly, you're here with your wife. How's the experience for you doing as a couple?
It's been great. We've wanted to do this for a long time. After I did the first ride, Enza really was quite enthusiastic in the background, and has said she wanted to do it, and we kind of put it off for a year or two, and then I think I might have got a bit of a bump from you at some point, and I said to Enza, okay, 30th anniversary. Let's I actually said, let's go and do this. She said, that'll be our 30th anniversary. That's a good plan. We're in, and. And to do it with Enza has just been fabulous. I really enjoyed it, actually. It's meant it's probably kept me a little bit more sane than I was last time, but it's been a lot of fun. And I've got to say, it's kind of nice sharing the room with her as opposed to some bloke from work.
Who snores or so forth, yeah. What about, as I said, there's a contingent from Newcastle that are here. We've got... good friends of yours, Jenny and George Chunteski, and Steve also from work. Yeah. So there's the five of you, and collectively you've raised over $70,000 as a group. How was that experience? Because a lot of people might sit there and think, I don't know if I could do it for myself, raise 10. As a couple, the process you've gone through, you've raised 20, but as a group you've raised well over 70. I think it's about 78,000 now. What would you say to those thinking this is beyond us?
Well, I've got to say there's always doubt, and you always question yourself, but you actually come through, and we actually raised more than we needed to. We had in our case, doing the one ride, $10,000 each we had to ride. So between Steve, myself and Enz, we had 30, and then with George and Jenny, another 40 added onto that. And but we did it quite comfortably in the end. And you know, we got fabulous support from our friends. We got great support from a lot of our corporate suppliers and so on in work. And we got support from people that we've known in the past that just heard about this happening and got involved in some way, whether it was with money or putting up auction prizes and so on. It's just been phenomenal. So I'd have to say, I think I can't see any reason why somebody couldn't do it. Yeah, and the experience itself is fabulous. So raising the money is the tough bit, and getting to come and do this is a reward.
Yeah. And Enza, how the massage has been?
Fantastic. that's the carrot.
Yeah.
The dive in the pool and a beer, of course.
Yeah. So tell me, we're 4 days away from finishing. What are your expectations, or what are your thoughts and feelings around
Well, I'm
finishing?
nervous about tomorrow because George said it's a tough one tomorrow. What do you say? It'll mentally break some. I went, oh wow, okay. But look, you know, it's planned so well, I have to say, that each leg, you know, you only have, you know, 20, 25 Ks each leg, and it's very doable. It really is.
Yeah.
And you know, when it does get tough, and it does, you know, people like Rich and a lot of the other guys will get in front of you, and you know, you can ride behind them. It's a little bit easier just to get you up over a hill or whatever. Yeah. So no,
And
it's great.
we get to visit a couple of the homes as well. Which is
Yeah, and I am
fabulous.
looking forward to, I must say, because at this point it's been about the ride, it's been about raising the money, but I haven't met any of the kids. So I must say that is going to be the highlight for me. I'm really looking forward to that,
Yeah. And Tonko, last time you rode, it was the Southern Ride. Kunrochina was there to meet us,
Yes.
and sadly she passed away on the 24th of December. What are your thoughts about arriving and at the home, and you know, her not being there?
Well, I remember the last ride. There was such a big group of riders for starters, and then on top of that, the home put on just a beautiful lunch and beautiful show, and there's a lot of festivities around the whole thing. And now it was, obviously this is going with her passing away recently. That's going to be very different this time. I guess it'll be a very different feeling riding in. And I think for some of the people on the ride that knew her well, it's going to be pretty tough. But I guess it's just it's all part of it. It's part of the experience, and we'll get to see a different side. We'll get to see we still get to see the kids, and we still enjoy some time there. So I think as you say, it's going to be very tough on a lot of people, but it'll be still a great experience for us arriving into the home.
Yeah. Well, it's 4 days away. We're back on the bike tomorrow after a day off today, and it's wonderful to have you both here, and thank you for the contribution you've made, not just
Thank
in
you.
the fundraising, but to the spirit of the group. So,
Thanks,
Oh,
Peter.
thank you.
all right, all the
Good
best,
fun.
guys.